Yeah, it's another day that you're seeing another face in another channel, but the similar face, different situation. Today we are discussing politics, and this is Chanja. My guest is Charles Mghenyi. I don't want to introduce him much, but he's one of the people whom you will wish to listen to stories from his side. We are going to discuss politics, and he's telling me, David, we are going for Mombasa senatorial seat come 2027. But before we started this conversation, there's a ruling that had made me, I was laughing loud about the ruling by Judge Thande. He's telling us now that election is to held next Tuesday. I think Tuesdays, in next Tuesday, mtajua ni Tuesday gani, but I want to tell you which one, so that you can also grab your copy to read that article and that news from that. But this conversation is going to be very interesting because we are not only going to depend on politics, we are also going to depend on the life of Charles Mghenyi. Many people know him as a veteran journalist that has been writing with the Star. And if you want to know one of the best print media, is the Star. It is one of the dailies that if you want to get a story as quick as you wish, as nice as you wish, and actually they have a slogan saying, the smartest people read the Star. In my vernacular, we listened to the ad in Ramogi FM at that time, Jomari Exomo the Star. So today I have one of the best writers. He's a journalist and he's a whole-rounded journalist. I couldn't introduce him as only a political, health, or whatever, but he started as a health journalist, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so we're going to have a discussion on how he wants to take county of Mombasa to the next level before the county renamed to Kangoka Jaramogi. There was that joke online. Because so
Oh,
please, I don't want to continue with the introduction.
Yeah.
How are you doing, sir?
Oh my goodness.
I'm worried,
Oh, sure.
So before we rename the county
to Kangoka Jaramogi. It is a concern. First of all, good afternoon to to our viewers.
Yes.
And I wish to say, who is Charles?
Yeah.
Charles Mghenyi is a journalist. I started writing in 2013, so roughly around 13 years of writing.
Yes.
I've been in a busy newsroom, a national newspaper, rising through the ranks. I came in as an intern, became a correspondent, and eventually to head the newsroom as a bureau chief.
As a bureau chief, yeah.
Yes, bureau chief is basically an editor. So I'm an editor for the Coast region, for the Star newspaper.
Yeah.
So I think I've got what it takes.
Yes.
Because for the last, I've lived the devolution.
Yes.
I came in when devolution was coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah.
As a young writer, as a young journalist. So I've been through devolution.
Yes.
So I know what it is. I know where I'm going. I know what it's supposed to be.
Yes.
So I think I'm ready.
You are ready?
I'm more than ready to be the next senator of Mombasa, the third senator of Mombasa.
Yes.
And, the first time when I said Charles wants to be the senator of Mombasa, people were worried. How will this young man think of,
becoming a senator?
Such a big seat.
Yes.
Actually, some people are telling me I'm trying to bite more than I can chew. And I told them, it's okay. What is the worst that can happen? Yes. And I said, I'm ready. And we are ready to change the political landscape of Mombasa. Absolutely. Because in Mombasa, there is a belief that, some people have to decide who should be your leader. Yes. And we're telling the young people right now, it's high time that we should come forth and be counted. We shouldn't be used, just as voting machines. Yes. But we should be out there to be on the table, to vote for one of our own. Yeah. Someone who walks like us, talks like us, does things like us. Yes. And I think we are ready. We've lived the devolution 13 years. We know what it takes. We've seen the, shortcomings of the past regimes. Yes. And I think we are ready now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When we saw the poster, some of the post that Charles Mghenyi is coming in as the, or is being hopeful to be the senator for Mombasa County.
Yes.
Most of us in the same area, journalists like you do, were like, Charles is too good to be a politician. So we were worried,
Yeah.
And some of us were saying, Charles, seriously, Senate. Kwa nini? You are too good to be a politician, by the way, because the characters and the principle and the values of politicians at some point, though we cannot say all, few, but majority are not what we think Charles is. So we were worried, first of all.
Yeah.
So was our worry worrying you that you are too good for this position too? What came into your mind and made a decision of just becoming a senator when you are having a lucrative job outside? Let me tell them how it is lucrative outside, because
Yes.
I know what is inside there.
Yeah.
So what came into your mind when that decision was made?
Okay, first of all, people know Charles the journalist.
Yes.
Actually, wanasema Charles mwanahabari.
Ndio.
Mwanahabari wa The Star.
Ndio.
But there's something that has been growing. And I've been, nurturing this thing. I'm born leader. And I like saying that. Being a leader is that sometimes you don't need to be voted in or to be elected. But sometimes when you go to places, people just decide you are our leader. You're a chairman here. You're you get in those positions.
Yeah.
So from 2017, I've been thinking that I should go for an elective seat.
Yes.
And I first thought my first, when I was, trying to somehow, I'm trying to look for the exact word. This idea that you're trying to grow.
Yeah.
So in 2017,
Yes.
actually it was in 2017,
Yeah.
I thought I would make a very good MCA. And I decided that I'm going for Mkomani MCA seat.
Yes.
But that time I was only 4 years in my career.
Yeah.
So I didn't have enough resources, also, knowledge of to go for this election.
You didn't know people.
Yeah, I didn't know people that time.
Yes.
And also I didn't know how to go about it.
Yeah.
But I was with one of my friends who decided to go for this seat, and he got it.
Yeah.
Then I thought, oh, it can be done. In 2022,
yes,
I started even preparing my wife then. But that time we were still dating.
Yeah.
And I told him one day I'll go for an elective seat. I even told my parents that one day I'll go for an elective seat.
Yes.
And in 2022, I said that I'm still going to go for that position of the MCM Komani. But, things happened differently. 2020, there was COVID. And that time I started, the grassroots campaigns.
Yes.
Up and Apale. But 2021, God works in miraculous ways. So I was elevated, from being a correspondent now to be the bureau chief.
Bureau chief.
Bureau chief is such a big title.
What a milestone.
Yeah, it's a big
Within
one.
a twinkle of an eye.
Yes.
I could suggest that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two, I was, this young boy.
Yeah.
Bureau chiefs are these old men and women.
With the Kitambi.
Yeah, with Kitambi. The veteran journalist.
Yes,
Actually, that time, the same way, is he qualified to be a bureau chief? Because people are expecting to say a big person, a veteran who has been in media for 20, 30 years.
Yes.
But right now, this young man who is, less than, 8 years in the industry, becoming the head of that office.
Yes.
It was, amazing. So I told myself, I'm not going to gamble.
Yeah.
I'm here to build my career. That's when I decided now, okay, let me now grow my career.
Yeah.
As a bureau chief.
Yes.
I slowed down in everything that I was doing. Then I decided to do what I'm supposed to do. And I think I won't, blow my own trumpet, but I think I've been one of the best, heading the
absolutely
bureau chief.
Absolutely.
So I told myself I was the third bureau chief of the Star newspaper.
In the Coast region?
Yes, Coast region.
Yeah.
I'll be the third senator for Mombasa.
That was a very good, and it is noticeable in a CV that you are the third bureau chief in the Coast region.
Yes.
For the
Star newspaper.
For the Star.
Yes.
A print media where only the smartest people.
Yeah.
If you want to be smart, you read the Star.
Yeah.
So again, and then something happened.
Yes.
Then you said 2027, now you want to be the Senate for Mombasa County.
Yes.
So how did you reach to that conclusion?
That decision, yeah? So you and I know that there is a gap. There's a gap in leadership in Mombasa.
Yes.
Especially at the Senate seat.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And I'll tell you for free that there's that fear of unknown, especially among the young people. People do not want to go for these big seats in quarter because of what it entails, the monies, the finances, and everything. Also the network. So I told myself, there's a gap here. Who is going to fill this gap? And I can tell you for free, I'm among the first people to declare that I'm going for an elective seat, the Senate seat. The moment I said that I'm going for this seat, we have more than 5 young people that have now made the decision they're also going for this seat.
Yes.
So one way, I showed people the way. And as a leader, if you can show people the way, walk the way, then you are a leader.
Yeah.
So I believe I'm a leader because I've showed people the way and I'm walking the way. And right now behind me, there's so many young people who are looking for this seat and they're going for this seat. So why did I decide to go for the Senate seat?
Yes.
I will ask a random question, Mombasa. Who is the Senator of Mombasa?
Can I mention his name?
No, I'll just ask a random question.
A random question,
yeah, to young people.
Okay,
Who is the
yes.
Senator of Mombasa?
Yes.
And I can tell you for free, 10, maybe 2 out of 10 people will know the name. 8 don't even know the name.
Yes.
So it tells you that people really do not understand number one, what is the work of the senator?
Yes.
Number 2, why should you have that position of the senator?
Yes.
So someone will mention a senator, maybe in Kakamega, maybe in Nairobi,
yes,
but not in Mombasa.
Absolutely.
So does it mean the person holding this position is not doing their work right? Right?
Yeah.
So I decided we're going to challenge this person.
Yes.
We challenge them so that they know they're supposed to do their work. And I can tell you for free, since we started mchakato, tumeanza kuona mabadiliko. We've seen people, trying to come out, visibility increasing. Yes. So it tells you that maybe they were not doing their work, or they were doing their work, but there was no visibility.
Yes,
so right now they're doing it. Yeah. But we have told ourselves that we are going for this position.
Yeah.
And we want to be on that table.
Yeah, it is a discussion that we want to venture in some few minutes coming.
Yes.
Because there's a certain point that I was arguing with someone, and then they were asking me, David, why would you even need a senator?
Yeah.
When they can't even make a decision on how the allocation of revenue for the county government.
Yes, yeah.
That decision does not only belong to them. There must be National Assembly included in that particular thing.
Yeah.
And again, if we have the member of county assemblies who are the backbone of the devolution, why should we have this member of Senate, at least 67 of them?
Yeah.
Because we have some nominated, but 47 elected. Yes. So why do we need this position if in their wisdom they think it is just taking revenue from the government and the work done not noticed? So that's a discussion that we are going to have with you. But I want to understand from your side that when you make the pronouncement that now Charles Mghenyi, the writer now, is now going for this seat where a lot of things is expected from you, but the society that you are living in, I could say at least 60%, the civic education on concerning the leadership, how politics works, and what they expect from politicians is not yet done.
Yeah.
So immediately you said you are going for a Senate. I believe your phone started ringing. Mheshimiwa Matanga iko. Mheshimiwa nyanya yangu alikuwa anaenda kutafuta kuni, ameshtuliwa na nyoka, amevunjika. So how are you handling such cases, and how is it happening as a youth who maybe it is aspiration, you believe in yourself, you understand the aspect of devolution, you want to make some changes, you've seen gaps in the market, let me just call it the market, but again, the pressure from the society is telling you you have to back before you carry forward.
Actually, the first time we went to Amatanga, that was in is it August or July last year?
Yes.
There's a place within Nyali, Mkomani, called Soweto.
Yes.
Sosiani. It's called Sosiani. So, and that, Matanga, we were in. We didn't have much, but there were so many young people. And, throwing a challenge, how many people know the Center of Mombasa? A big number didn't know. And I told him, I think it's high time right now that I come from Maweni. Maweni is a slum within Nyali in Komani.
Actually, I went to schools around there. I don't want to tell which school, but
So I went to Moini Primary. I was
yes.
in
So
Moini Primary. So
yeah,
Moini Primary is within a slum
yes,
in Nyali, Mkomani.
yes.
So I told them it's very much possible
Mm-hmm.
to have one of us from this slum, from this Maweni,
Mm.
to be in the Senate.
Yeah.
And the young people were clapping,
Mm.
shouting, Super Senator Mghenyi, and so on and so.
Mm.
But I didn't know that I was supposed to kuwaondoa.
Yes.
Nilikuwa nafaa
Waondoe.
yeah. I didn't know it's supposed to be like that.
Yes.
For me, I thought I'm supposed to be there, give my contribution
Yes.
to to the bereaved family,
Yes.
then say my words and go.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't have much. I think around 5K or something.
Yes.
So I gave it out. But immediately after, we were done with the contribution, we were moving.
Yeah.
There were numbers of young people following us.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Big number of young people. And they're shouting my name. I was told, boss, how on a forward. So I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Now I get it. Got into my pockets. But I told them, you're not supposed to give out handouts. This is what is killing, democracy. This is what.
So in that picture, allow me to be not lenient enough.
Yeah.
So in that picture, I started thinking the reason why politicians are now corrupt.
Yeah, one why people are corrupt.
Yeah.
Another reason is that people thought actually this is what young people are thinking in my area, that Charles has a financier somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
Two, maybe he's gotten some money somewhere. That's why he's trying to
try politics.
Yeah,
yes,
try politics.
Yes.
I didn't know that you can get into politics a clean person, the way you're describing me.
Yeah.
That I'm too good to be a politician.
Yes.
I didn't know you can be too good to be a politician. Actually, for me, I thought good people are supposed to be elected.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
If that was the case,
Yeah.
Maraga could not be struggling to explain himself. On a lighter note.
Yeah, on a lighter note. Yeah.
Yes.
But politics has hardened me.
Yeah.
I think I'm now hardened to some extent.
Yes.
I know how to deal and to talk to young people, how to do politics.
Yes. Yes.
To some percentage. Because at first it was so hectic.
Yeah.
My phone calls. There was a time I couldn't even, take calls because calls were back to back.
Yeah.
And every time someone calls me, my number is ever busy.
Yes, ever busy.
So they created a perception. Actually, they said that I blocked my number. I didn't block my number then.
Oh,
so they say, Charles,
there were numerous calls coming in.
Yeah, so many calls coming in.
Yeah.
Ameblock namba yake. Tulijua tu kijana mtaani but yajifanya sijui nini. But it hardened me because I told myself how many people try to call Joho, for example. How many people try to call Abdul Swamad. So there's so many people. So it's there. Even there are times you try to call these senior politicians, they don't pick your calls.
Yeah,
but I don't get offended.
Yeah.
But these young people out there were getting offended. People are so entitled, for lack of better word, that every time I should call a politician, they should pick.
Yeah.
They forget that I'm still at work and everything. So I had a team of young people that we were working with. So I had to call them for a meeting and told them, one, I'm still working. Two, politics, we're just trying to introduce ourselves to the public.
Yes.
We're yet into that campaign period.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you for free, if we try whatever you are trying to push now, we won't last. We won't, last even a year.
Yeah.
In politics.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
We will be broke and people are going to laugh at us.
Utarudi kwa mtaa tu.
Yeah, utarudi kwa mtaa. So I told them, politics is strategy. Politics is, being smart and everything. So let us go with our own pace. The only thing we're trying to tell the people in Mombasa right now, we have an alternative. People didn't have an alternative for the Senate, but right now we have someone who we can vote for. Someone who we believe can change, your life, or can change, your perception and everything. And I can tell you for free, David, the people that I'm working with, I've changed their perception. The young people, they used to wait for, waheshimiwa kuondoa. But right now I've given people hope to an extent that young people right now are working. I've tried to give opportunities to young people. Whenever I get an opportunity, fix them somewhere. Right now, a big number of the people that I work with, everyone right now is independent. They don't depend on me because I used to give them something maybe weekly. but I can't sustain it. For how long am I going to give you money?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've given
expensive.
them, this is the way. I've shown them the way.
Mm,
Hey, Bwana, you can get something from here.
Yeah.
And right now, people wake up in the morning, go to work. Ours is a gig economy. I told them, you don't need to be employed, 8 to 5. We are moving towards gig economy.
Yeah.
Gig economy has sustained the US and these other countries.
Yeah.
So gig economy is whereby you get a gig. Actually, for me, I usually tell people, as much as I'm employed, but gig economy gives me more money than even employment.
Than employment, yeah.
Yes.
That is true.
Because you see, a job that maybe can give you 25,000. That's a whole month's salary for someone.
Yeah. I was telling somebody
Yes.
that when I left mainstream,
Yes.
I got an offer.
Yeah.
That was to pay me a small money that can pay rent and maybe buy good clothes. But I realized in that gig economy still,
Yes.
I could get that money within a day.
Yeah.
So I was trying to calculate, should I go to be employed to maintain my 30 days in and off the office, receive 40,000 or 50,
Yes.
a money that if I self-employed myself or depend on myself, I'm creative enough, I can get much than that. Though that one does not still dispute me to go back to the mainstream.
Yes, of course.
And do my thing or get employment. You can also be independent and make that independency as how do you call it, a side hustle?
Yeah, side hustle.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So that you don't just depend on one.
Yeah.
Hiyo utakuwa Mungu akuweke milele.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's one thing I try to to instill to these young people.
Yeah.
And right now I can tell you for free. These young people believe that, like Charles showed us the way. Yeah. Because I've changed lifestyles of some young people around me.
Yeah.
Right now, they're into gig economy.
Yeah.
They get something. Because you see, these people are talented. But someone was sitting at home, not knowing what to do with their talent. Some are good photographers. Some are good in so many other things. So they're doing these small jobs, which you don't need to go to work 30 days. You can work maybe once a week or twice a week, but get a good income. That's what they're doing right now.
Absolutely.
And whenever I get an opportunity, anywhere, go back to where I come from. Hey, kuna job 1, 2, 3. Can you do this? Yeah. There's so many opportunities that are coming up. Yeah. So we're trying to fix so many people.
So again, you see, I remember your story with mine.
Yeah.
I sometimes take jokes too much.
Yes.
So one day I tried to make a poster and say I can also fit to be the senator for Migori County where I come from.
Yeah.
And then within 1 hour, I received a lot of calls from home. The one people are inviting me for matanga,
Yes.
wedding. In fact, there are people who will also inviting me for Arambe for their school, for their children to go to school. But not the majority was Mheshimiwa. Hapa mahali tuko vijana 10. Na wao wanasema Devi tosha. So you see,
actually you can hear from the background Devi tosha.
They know how to create the ambience.
Yeah.
So if you're not careful, the ambience can be even lying to you.
Yeah.
So those calls were so many in a manner that I told them,
yes,
I'm the person dealing with the politicians, so I know how politics is run.
Yeah.
So if I'm serious to vie for this position,
yes,
I'll call you by myself, not you calling me to tell me what to do. And in that sense, also the people who are just there to pretend that they know politics more than you do, and they want also to
kuonyesha ground.
Yes. Wakuonyeshe mitaa na wakuonyeshe hapa huwezi ingia bila wao. So that culture again is killing the dream of having or cropping good leaders. Because good people to sustain in that environment, I think the percentage is too small for that. So Jabena once said that our leaders are a reflection of the society or who we are.
Elect,
Actually, I don't know how, Charles, as a journalist, who sometimes you are a pipe to information to people, to a little bit also expose people to good governance, what have you, using the writing that you are doing with the Star. How can we now change the society first? They think in the right direction so that the leaders that they're also voting in shall also encourage the thinking of in the direct direction as a journalist.
So you see, one thing actually it happened to me that I'll get a call and I'll just pick the call, and from nowhere else hear people say, shouting your name, Super Senator Mghenyi, hoye! On the background. Then
Mungu
we told,
akuweke.
no, they said, Super Mghenyi, hoye! Sasa, kiongozi, sisi tuko na mradi.
Ndio.
Mradi wetu uko hivi na hivi na hivi.
Ndio.
Lakini, tutakuja tukae naye chini, tutakueleza mradi wetu. Haya, sawa.
Na wako naola kule chini.
You think inaishi hapo. But then, sasa
Yes.
tuko hivi, tuko watu 5 hapa, bla bla bla, da.
Yes.
Tutumie kitu.
Yes.
At first, I used to think, it's okay. They're asking
So
for
you're just sending
small money.
Yeah.
I send.
So 5K.
But no, it's they go out and tell the other people, you got something from
Charles.
From Charles.
Yes.
So the calls now started coming in.
Yes.
A lot of them that I couldn't even manage. So that's when I said, okay, no, these handouts, I'm going to stop them. That's when I started. Oh, okay, let me stop this.
Yeah.
But I was told something.
Mm-hmm.
Show people money,
Mm-hmm.
and always when they see you, they see money.
Mm.
That's what I was told by one of my friends. By day, he told me something that's stuck in my mind. He told me, Charles, I can count a number of leaders in Kenya who were voted in and they didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Charles, you're better off.
Mm-hmm.
You're better off than some leaders who right now are in the Senate, are in Parliament. And he mentioned a few.
Yeah.
He mentioned the Women Women Rep, Toto Lynette.
Yeah.
He mentioned Salasia.
Salasia also in Mumia West.
There's that guy from Central, somebody, Mwangi. Is it John or somebody?
John Paul.
John Paul.
Meru County.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Mentioned a few names.
In fact, John Paul used a donkey to move around.
Campaign,
yeah. Yes.
So he mentioned a few.
Yes.
And he mentioned some big names.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm allowed to mention them. But he told me,
yes.
Let me compare. Let me just use this. I know it's, he told me, look at Kabogo and Waititu, who is moneyed.
Yeah. In fact, there's a day Kabogo told them, munaweza panga laini hapa kama matiti ya kitu na niwapatie pesa 1,000 na pesa zangu hazitawaisha. Yes.
So he used that example. Kabogo and Waititu, who is moneyed? And why did Waititu beat Kabogo?
Yeah.
He told me, Charles, you don't need to have money for people to vote for you.
Yeah.
You only have to resonate or to relate to the people.
With the people, yeah.
And he came closer home. And he mentioned Nyali MP, Mohammed Ali.
Yeah.
When Mohammed Ali came in, he didn't have money.
Yeah.
But he was able to beat the people who own this town.
What he had, I remember in 2017, I was in first year.
Yeah.
When he was campaigning, Moha campaigned, and the only thing he had was photo of Raila in his independent posters.
Yeah.
I remember him in Sarajevo. There's a place called Sarajevo there. Yeah, and he was voted in against somebody who had a lot of resources. Yeah.
They don't have a lot of resources.
Yeah.
So if he was able to turn this, the wave or something, to people to vote for him, then it can be done.
Yeah.
So he told me, Charles, don't show people money. Show the people the way. And that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I'm showing young people the way.
Yeah.
That yes, I'm going for this seat, not as Charles, but as young people of Mombasa.
Yeah.
That we can move together.
Yeah.
I usually also tell my journalists that journalists are my first family.
Yes.
I tell them I'm going for this not as Charles, but as Mombasa journalists we can be counted.
Yeah.
Can be Oto Mombasa pe walijaribu. And I think I've made history as among the first people who have made such a decision. It's such a big decision to just even think of vying.
Yeah, it is difficult.
And not just for an MCA seat or MP, but for this seat. And another question people ask me, why didn't you go for an MP seat? Why Senate?
Yes.
Because Senate is people, there's this perception that Senate is so
geographically
big.
Is
big for
wide.
the county.
Yeah.
But I tell them the resources involved in going for an MP seat and the Senate seat are different. And MP seats, you're going to fight for the NGCDF.
Yeah.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Senate do not have that big fund. So someone is ready to invest maybe 100 million because he knows maybe he might recoup it back.
Yeah.
But for Senate, it's not that lucrative. That's why people do not go for it.
Yeah.
But we are going for it, not because you want money, but you want to change Mombasa. We want to show young people that it can be done. We want to bring the vibrancy in that seat that we've lost it. And, it's now time. that we should stand and be counted.
Absolutely.
Because hatuwezi ambayo tutaka kila siku tungoje maembe anguke. Ati watu wa pwani tungoja maembe anguke. Sasa sisi tunaendea pale kiti. Now we can't be too comfortable that ati sisi ni sijui mimi ni senator wa kudumu. No, it can't be like that.
Absolutely.
It can't be like that.
10 years is enough?
It's enough. 10 years is enough.
It's enough. Okay. Yeah. So I want now to discuss this issue. Fundamental pursuant to the constitution and how, because majority of Kenyans does not understand the reason why even we have these people in the Senate, because I'm a fan of the devolved function.
Yeah.
And this month of August,
yes,
we are celebrating Katiba Day on 27th of August.
Yes.
And Katiba is one of the documents that's brought us this devolution.
Yes.
And if your history treats you well, the devolution was just mothered from Majimbo government.
Yeah.
If you remember, when the likes of Karisa Maitha were crying, not even Karisa Maitha. There's another guy called Ronald Ngala.
Ronald Ngala, yeah.
He was the first person who was trying to
bring Majimbo issue.
To bring the Majimboism thing, which decentralizing government into devolved functions, so that the people from areas which were believed are marginalized can also see the fruit of having government next to them.
Yeah, true.
And I think now the Constitution of 2010 perfected that by giving at least 47 governments and localized even everything from employment, from development, from let's talk about even the civic aspect of education and also health, agriculture, and so forth.
Yes, sir.
But now the biggest pillar of this devolved function is the Senate now.
Yeah.
And again, we will see that these people who are the pillar of this devolved function, some of them have not been heard. Some of them does not even know their roles and their roles and the obligations that the Constitution entrusted them with. So this also makes this devolution seems to be weak. And in good number of people, they believe instead of devolving the functions and devolving the obligations and devolving the development, the corruption was the thing that was devolved.
Yeah.
So why do you think first we need to have a senator to first check and balance the county government to ensure that when now we are going for the resources, this discussion was happening in the Senate. Now we say let's now give these people money.
Yes.
Why is it important for Kenyans to have this Article 96 of the Constitution, which states the obligations and the roles of the senator, and bring this trust as instructed in the Constitution and the framers? Let's say they were wise enough to put it there. So why do we need you in the Senate in first place? Why is it important?
Yeah, it's very important to have senators. There's that debate that we don't need the Senate.
Yes.
Because we have the National Assembly.
Yeah, we have MCAs again.
We have MCAs again.
Yeah, another pillar of devolution. Yes.
But you see, the architects of the Constitution, they were, brave enough, or they were bright enough, to know that we need the Senate.
Yeah.
You see, our Kenyan Constitution, we copied, or we picked some areas from different, first world country, because we've tried to have the parliament, also the Senate, and also the presidential, because ours is like a hybrid. Our constitution, actually, our Kenyan constitution is a hybrid of, I think, from UK and also from the US.
Yes,
it's a hybrid.
And a little bit the South African one.
It's a hybrid of so many other countries, and I think it's one of the best.
Absolutely, but in Africa, it is one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best. But you see, the problem that we have in this country is that people who do not understand their roles, and that's why senators. There's been that debate in 2013 when people are going for the Senate seat. They thought that Senate will be the upper house.
Yeah, will be the more superior.
Yeah, will be superior.
Yeah.
But you see, the people who made this constitution then were MPs. I think to some extent they favored themselves. they favored themselves more. Yes. That's why we're having that debate: who is
supreme?
Who is superior?
The two houses,
who should be? You should make this decision and everything.
Decision,
But the Senate was created purposefully, to champion. The county governments, to protect the county governments, to go for, to the resources that are going to the county governments, to oversight the county governments, legislation that should be for the county governments. That is what the Senate was created to do. And we shouldn't kill the Senate. As a matter of fact, we should empower it so that, it does what's supposed to be done. If there are laws that are supposed to be made, to protect the Senate, they should be made. Because you can't say, it's expensive to maintain the Senate. But you see, Kenya is making a lot of money. How much is going to corruption? A lot is going to corruption.
Yeah.
Governors, they're involved in so much corruption,
Yeah.
right? That's why people Kenya say that, we devolve corruption. But if we, elect people in integrity, people who are angry that we should bring development to the regions, how many governors are performing? There's so many governors that are performing.
Yeah.
But there's some governors who are there just to make money. But I can tell you for free, in the last, almost 13 years of devolution, constitution is around 15 years.
Yeah. Yes.
But devolution is, implementation.
It
the
is
first
now
thing,
13 years now.
yeah, 13 years. Huh?
Yes.
So we can't say a constitution is around 15 years, but implementation of this constitution started in 2013. So some of the things that were brought in that time, I think, for example, devolution, you can rate it at maybe 70%, because there are places that we didn't have referral hospital.
Yeah.
We didn't have hospitals.
Yes.
But right now, I can tell you for free, in a region like Kilifi County, for example, I don't want to, to say much about it, but we have hospitals in at least each and every ward.
Yeah.
So many counties are doing the same thing.
Yes.
There are places that didn't even have a dispensary, but right now they do have.
Yeah.
Now the debate comes in, they're just building infrastructure, but there are no personnel to do that.
Yeah.
But I know these are things that we can be done, because you see, it's only 10 years or 15 years that we've been implementing this constitution.
Yeah.
So we can't now say we don't want to do it, to continue this implementation of this constitution. But how do we improve?
Yeah.
On some? So there should be like a report. We check. You see what we've done. We've done A, we've done B, we've done C. Then what can we improve? So, for example, right now for the Senate, we should be serious as a country. What are senators doing? And how can we improve that house? Not, those people are corrupt. Those people are taking monies from governors.
Yeah.
Those people are there to extort from governors. That's the perception that we have right now.
Yeah.
But what if we empower the senators to be so powerful that the governors, tremble when they see them? The governors are going to work. Because the governors will be afraid to be summoned to that house. If senators are powerful, then they can oversight the county government. But how are you going to oversight someone who is worth billions of shillings, and somehow to some extent you're bootlicking them, or you are sycophants to them?
Yeah.
So we need
you to work together.
Yeah.
I think that has been a question. I remember one day when we were having a campaign, because I've been working with these people for so long.
Yes.
I think now 7 years now.
Yes.
Then there was an argument that we cannot support a Senate who is the same political party with the governor.
Yeah.
Because they're going to work together.
Yes.
So some people are thinking, if we have a Jubilee governor, let's have an ODM Senate, or let's have a Safina party
senator.
Senate. But the argument would be, why would it be that Kenyans have a degree of separating these two people, yet each and every person has been given the mandate in the constitution that they should adhere to? And that one brings me to the question of, because it is difficult for a person who is good to be a leader, this allows the bad leaders to come into these positions. And again, there's something that you're discussing about the Senate now. Imagine the Senate cannot discuss something and make a conclusion of it. It will be taken back to the National Assembly. And there's like a sibling something.
Rivalry.
Yeah. You understand? So Senate wants to prove something, and National Assembly
MPs
also want to prove to prove something. I think, and this one has been dragging down the issue of devolution. So, in your view, as a person who is now aspiring to be part and parcel of the upper house, let me just call it the upper house, despite we don't know whether it is the upper or the lower house. But in the US, I think it is the upper house.
Yeah, it is the upper house.
And in Nigeria, Nigeria now have the three-tier aspect of government. So, do you think that we shouldn't even start by thinking of putting a member of parliament at the supreme in terms of making this judgment or making these laws too, or enacting these issues? For example, there's a day in the Uhuru's era, if I'm not wrong. I remember we were at Sarova Hotel.
Yes.
No, it is during this regime. When Gachagua was saying that, what do you want us to do? Should we now remove our trousers and stripe our buttocks just because we can't afford 450? We can afford the 380
billion. Yes.
Yeah,
Actually,
billion.
it was last year.
It was last year.
Last year, but
2024, I think,
yeah,
if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So Senate were arguing that let's give devolution more money. But no member of parliament are saying, no, we don't have this.
Yes.
So what do you think that can be done to ensure that as we strengthen the devolution,
Yes.
the constitution is still a teenager. It is at 16.
Yes.
Implementation is at 13.
Yes.
But now what can be done to ensure that as much as we want this devolution to work,
Yes.
we want it to function, we want yule mtu kutoka Kanyombora, mtu kutoka kule Kinondo,
Yes.
to get this devolution as it is, as enshrined in the constitution. What do you think the Senate can do, or just
what needs to be done? Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, one thing I believe, anything that touches on the county governments, should be left to the senators. Anything, be it revenue allocation, be it laws that pertain the county governments. You see, national government, MPs is national government. Anything on national government, central government, and everything, let it be for them. Because one thing I believe, we should empower the Senate. For example, on revenue allocation or the division of revenue to the county government, that should be the mandate of the county of the Senate.
Yeah.
We're creating a budget. Let the senators create a budget for the county government. Take it to the National Assembly for it to be passed as for the budget, as a national budget.
For the revenue allocation.
For example, we're creating a budget for next year, 2026, 2027. Senators should be given, a platform, to decide how much should go to the county government.
To the county government, yeah.
Then their proposal now should be
the final
included into the national budget without amending or without doing anything.
Wow. So let me explain what I think we are saying.
Yes.
When we are now doing the budget for the national government,
yes,
let the Senate sit,
yes,
discuss,
yes,
and make a budget for the county government.
Yes. Because
it's inserted in the national budget without any amendment.
Yeah, because you see, it's a discussion that you're having with the governors.
Yeah.
Last year, we gave the governors 380 billion.
Yes.
It should increase. How much are we increasing to the county governments? Maybe we're supposed to, because it's supposed to be 15% of the national budget.
At least
15%.
But it can go up to 35.
At 5, yeah.
Yes.
So, for example, last year, we gave them 380.
Yeah.
Then as senators, we're supposed to decide. Now, you see, we've sat down with the governors. Last year, they were given 380 billion.
Yeah.
How much went into, development, this amount? How much went to the, recurrent
expenditure?
Expenditure, this much. How much went back to the national government?
Yeah.
In terms of absorption, which county, absorbed the most and everything.
Yes.
Then we see.
Yes.
Last year, we gave Mombasa,
let's say 14 billion.
14 billion.
Yes.
Was it, used supposed to be? Yes. Senator Mombasa, are you able to go through the reports? What is the general saying then? Okay, can we increase the budget now to 385?
Okay.
We increase maybe 5 billion.
Yeah.
Then as senators, we've decided that the county government should get at least this amount of money. And it's taken back to the National Assembly.
Yeah.
Now for it to be approved with the national budget. That's my thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be a perfect direction.
Yes.
But I would wish also to understand why I've never seen a scenario where now the Senate are now working with the MCAs. Because now these people in the devolved function still, they are doing more of the same thing, but in different level now. Because now MCAs participate in those that we are doing in the devolved function way. So do you think there's a way we can amend a law that can make this MC and Senate work together so that before an amendment or anything is passed in the county assembly, the Senate of this county can go through it and say, this is what is right, this is what is not.
Yes, of course,
because this happens. Like today in the county government of Mombasa,
yes.
This is a story that I should not speak it out because the person who spoke about it was part and parcel of the government, was saying, in law, there is no provision that give MCAs a kitty for development. Yeah. Because they have only 3 roles.
Yes.
Representation, oversight, and legislation.
Yes.
Pursuant to the constitution.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
But now, Mombasa County Government, MCAs have come up with a good idea and they have called it
ward development.
Not even ward development plan. They have called it something equalization fund, something fund.
Okay, yeah.
There's a name, they have baptized that thing, another name, which in nutshell is just a ward development fund.
Yes.
And they are being given this money contrary to the constitution or to the laws that governs the house and the government and the county government.
Yes.
So you will see that there is a mistake being happening in the county assembly But the governor cannot oppose to this because he
He's
believes that
He's afraid of impeachment.
absolutely, you understand.
Yeah.
And even if it is not for the impeachment, when the governor now will bring his fiscal paper,
Yeah.
will bring his
Of course, yeah.
appointees,
Of
now
course,
he
yeah.
will be getting he will get it rough. You understand?
Yeah.
But now a senator does not have power now to help this
MCS.
MCS to understand better that
Mm.
as much as you want your self-interest, you want to pursue the self-interest thing so that you can also be seen you are working,
Yeah.
but this is what is meant or good for
Supposed to be.
the devolution. So do you think there's a way that also these MCAs can also be guided
Yeah.
by virtue that they have a discussion with the senators to strengthen this devolution? Because it will be very awkward when they are so much powerful that the decision that they make in the county assembly dictate what the governor should do.
Yeah.
As much as now they have that power in their level. Yes.
Yeah. You see, one thing that happens, when MCAs do their work, they're called troublesome.
Yeah.
For example, in some counties that MCAs and the governors at loggerheads, they can't even speak. They can't be on the same table.
Yes.
In our case here in Mombasa, when MCAs are good to the governor, they're called rubber stamps. And they rubber stamp what the governor is doing. Yeah?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is this. We shouldn't be too good or too soft or too hard. Do what the law says. As an MCA, you as his oversight, are you able to oversight the county government? Are you able to oversight the governor?
Yes.
The problem comes in, and this I've told you before, the problem comes in when an MCA has to go to the governor to look for some handouts or some money to do their stuff at the ground. So you can't question the governor. But what if we have laws in this country? And you see now the constitution, there are things with that we can, it's not like it's the final paper that we have.
Yeah.
Are we able to come up with something that, can make senators, for example, powerful? Not powerful to frustrate the county government, but powerful to oversight the county government.
Yes.
Are we able to come up with a piece of law that can make MCAs powerful? Not powerful to frustrate the government, but to do their work. For example, the word equalization fund or the word fund.
Yes.
This should be something that senators, maybe, for example, have come up with a piece of legislation that can be added into the County Government Act, for example. Because you see, this is a constitution, but we have the County Government Act that can be amended any other time.
Anytime,
yeah. So can we come up with a piece of legislation that empowers the MCAs? For example, we decide this country, because you see, what is the essence of devolution? To bring resources down to the county level. Who implements at the county level? Who implements this?
The governor.
The governor
through his executive.
Yeah. But you also have the MCAs. Because you see, the problem happened in during Kibaki's time, when Kibaki came in. They brought in the NGCDF. That was called the CDF then.
In 2003.
Yeah.
The announcement was in 2003.
And you see, everyone agrees that CDF transformed lives at the
absolutely.
Yeah? That is the same reason when I think a year ago or 2 years ago, when they tried to remove the CDF, it had now to be brought in, and there was a legislation that was formed to protect CDF.
Yes.
And it had to be renamed from CDF to National
NGCDF.
Government
Affirmative Action Fund.
It has to be renamed. So MPs are bright enough to see that we still need this NGCDF.
Yes.
Then how are we going to make sure that it is in accordance to the law? That's the same thing I'm saying. So for the MCAs, can we have piece of legislation that can make sure that they at least get funds, not to bribe Mwananchi, but to bring development at the county level?
But I have an idea.
Yes.
When you are looking at this County Development Act,
yes,
and county government, I mean, and you're looking at also the PFM Act.
Yes.
These are laws that govern this devolution.
Yes.
Now, then go back to the Constitution. Now you have the devolution. Then given a whole chapter in the Constitution.
Yes.
There are mandates that have been aligned to each and every person.
Yes.
In fact, MCAs have been given good power.
Yeah.
In this manner of now helping the county government to work, and also to oversight it, and also to help him implement even the budget process, everything. You see, these people are very powerful.
Yes.
So my idea is, when you look at the framers of the Constitution, they said that in Mombasa, for example, we have 30 wards. 30 ward means they need equal representation.
Yes.
So how can this one happens now? Now they brought in something called the CIDP. That this one now happens in the 5-year term of a governor.
Yeah.
Governor comes and tells us now, this is the my plan and this is what I want. But now before I make this plan, I go back to the people through the MCAs.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And take it back to the people,
Yeah.
and they give me what they want within this period of my first tenure. You understand?
Yes.
But again, this is not the final.
Yeah.
They get back to the people again
Yes.
and form something called the ADP.
Yes.
So an MCA must understand that under his role of representation,
Yes.
he should go back to his people and
Yeah.
ask them, what Mkomani, I have this plan for you. Do you think this is right? They sit down and they say, in Mkomani, we are lacking boards, we are lacking Mulika Mwizi,
Yes.
our ECDs are not right, we
Yes.
don't have a tertiary institution here. So can you include this one in the CIDP so that in the ADP when it comes, now we can start with water because it is essential. Then we go to the ECD, which is also essential, and then like that.
Okay.
And now, when now they come, the Senate, now the County Assembly pass it, the governor now forms its fiscal paper.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So in this fiscal paper, the governor is now pinpointing from that ADP
Yes.
and saying, in Mkomani, this is the priority.
The residents were asking for ABCD.
Yes. In Changamwe, this is the priority.
Yes.
Now deposit this to the what were finance huko Nairobi. And now the implementation is now going to happen through this department of governance. Kama ni mambo na ECD, now waziri wa education ana chip in. Kama ni mambo na let's say now bohol, waziri wa maji na kadhalika anakuwa ana chip in. In this sense, I don't think if MCAs are left behind, because they will say, when I was elected, I guided you through all this process and you guys received this development. Why do you still need a kitty for these people to disrupt them from the initial laws and regulations that they were entrenched in the constitution and do it correctly? Why do you think we need more and more?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not saying that we need more and more and more.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to help us through.
Yeah.
As a country, we found ourselves in a situation.
Yes.
That how is it that we can slowly get out of it? This is it.
Yes.
Kibaki introduced CDF.
Yes.
That is the same reason why MPs have refused to let go.
To let it go.
Yes.
Yeah.
NCDF. The same reason.
Yeah.
At the ward level, you go to your MCA. MCA doesn't get so much, but you'll want to be assisted. You know? These people
still getting back to the culture of Mheshimiwa.
You see? Yeah. So that I'm saying, we our constitution. I mean, as a country, if we are to gauge ourselves with the new constitution, we are still a teen. If we are to gauge ourselves as a human being, we're still a teen.
Yes.
So we need to be guided. Now, this is a young person who is barely 18 years, who cannot make decisions. They still to be guided.
Yes.
So our constitution, we've just moved from,
I love that. You say we are in a situation where we cannot give consent.
Yeah.
We are below 18.
Actually, we are below 18. Two, we are in a situation where, you see, we just came in from the old constitution.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Even MPs are not supposed to have the NGCDF.
NGCDF, absolutely, yeah.
That's the same reason that, senators do not have a kitty. That's why people are running away from the Senate.
But the other time they were arguing, they want
the oversight fund.
Or the oversight fund.
Yes. So what I'm saying is this. It needs to be gradual.
Yeah.
So I believe if that MCA is empowered and they're given a kitty, for example, a fund, a simple fund, a very small fund, it can help, currently people are being, the marking scheme for development is what have you done to the people. So this MCA doesn't have anything. He said, I came up with this legislation. People will tell you, we don't eat legislation. We don't eat legislation.
So I think...
So what I'm saying is this. It's not that we want to devolve corruption more and more, but can we have a law in place that, same money that was given to the county government? For example, Mombasa got 17B, for example. Then is it possible we have 500 million given to the MCAs to develop their wards.
Mm.
And it should be done in accordance to the law. Just like the NGCDF that is coming from the national government to MPs, then can it be also have the MCAs getting something? That is my thinking. I'm not saying that senators should also be given so much, but the oversight fund, I think it's timely. Because how do you ask me to move around the county government? I have people who are supposed to do the oversight committees. They're supposed to do these things, but they don't have resources. I have to still go back to the governor to beg. That's why I can't oversight. But if, for example, a Senate, the office of the senator should have, for example, an auditor who is able to go through the documents and understand. But do you know who the people who are employed in these offices?
Mm-hmm.
They don't even have, the simple knowledge about auditing, for example.
But I can't blame the government for that, because it is upon the senator who choose who to work with.
But if you don't have a fund to for example, to
to
to pay these people. For example, an auditor will earn 100,000 plus a month, for example.
And you see, the government can't afford this.
It's possible to have. We have money as a country. I tell you for free.
Yeah.
Because do you know, Kenya, I think is one of the biggest economy in East Africa. We are the biggest economy.
Absolutely.
But you do so much money.
Be it not for the corruption,
Yes.
we could be even better than other nations. Yeah.
So much money is going to corruption.
Yeah.
For example, in the last few days, the meetings that have been held, do you know how much has been spent?
Yourself.
The meetings that we've had,
as a nation, or as a
no, at the house on the hill.
Yes.
Do you know how many meetings have been held? Do you know how much has been spent? Do you know how much?
By the way, I wanted to talk about that. Why is it? I see it like this is one of the awkwardness things that I'm seeing in my life.
Yes.
That now that house is being used to, I think during the predecessors.
Yes.
Getting to that house was as difficult.
It was a privilege.
It was a privilege first, because it was like a sanctuary.
Yeah.
But today
any person can walk in.
Yeah. Mkubwa niko na watu 2,000, hawa watu wanaimba one. We can change them.
Yeah.
They can go to two.
One thing that is happening.
Yeah.
The president likes saying that is demystified the presidency.
Yeah.
Or he likes saying that I've elevated Kenyans now to that level of the state house.
Yeah.
Because the state house was too big for so many people.
Absolutely.
But you see, at the same time, at what cost?
Leave alone that cost.
At what cost?
In my opinion, I could see that is biasness, because you are putting your competitors in a pragmatic situation.
Yeah.
Because now they can't reach that level.
Yeah, the balance.
You understand? And they are using their own resources. And this one, you're using the resources of a nation.
Yeah.
Understand? So I think for that, if I could be the person in charge, it can lead to disqualification.
Yes. But you see, that I'm telling you, at what costs? You see, for example, I'm just using it as an example.
Yes.
The state house expenditure, for example.
Yeah.
It's a huge amount of money. Do you know, for example, in Mombasa, I have 30 groups, 30 youth groups. In estimate, how much is given out to a group? Maybe 100,000.
100,000, yeah.
Per group, isn't it? So if I'm giving 30 groups, that's how much? 3 million shillings.
That's 3 million.
Yeah. So 3 million shillings I've given to 30 groups. I've empowered them.
In Mombasa County.
For example, in Mombasa.
Let's say in one ward, or let's say in one constituency.
In constituency, for example. I've empowered these groups with 3 million shillings.
Yeah.
But do you know, there's a place, maybe in less than a minute, you've spent 100 million.
Yeah.
And that 100 million, we cannot quantify it. We can't say how much you've spent, because you've given people 2,000, 3,000. 100 million is gone.
Usually pay 5,000 each.
Yes. But now, do you know how much 100 million Kenya shillings can do to a region?
Much. Can even help us build a lot of ECDs. Eh?
Yes.
Can even help us pay school fee for the universities. Yeah. Can even help us disband the band thing and let everybody enjoy the fruit of education.
Do you know, I'm so mad. As a country, we don't even need, for example, for myself, MPs can get the NGCDF, but you don't need to be giving people bursaries. Because I believe we as a country are able to fund our own education. I was in a discussion with one of the candidates here in Mombasa, a
Yeah.
governor candidate.
Mm.
And I say, for example, Mombasa, we need just £1 billion, just £1 billion to finance the education of all day scholars in Mombasa annually.
It's 1 billion.
1B.
But we can achieve it.
We can. So if Mombasa needs a B, Nairobi maybe two or three B.
Because
so if, for example, as a government,
Yeah.
we decide that we're going to say, for example, education is given a good amount of money. But if we decide now this one is good just to funding of education, say for example 100B, will fund education, the secondary school education, primary school education, and even college. University should be, if during Moi era education universities were free, why is it that you're spending so much on?
But you commercialized the education.
Of course.
So that makes it even now.
And this came in because now as the presidents then came up with their own schools. You see, we killed railways because we wanted to have our own trucks.
Yes.
That's when we introduced the trucks. That's when we killed them. Worldwide, people are using trains, but Kenya was the only country that had trains, but we didn't have an operational one. It came in after 2013. That's when we decided to bring in back the train.
Because still functionality is not 100%.
Yeah. You see, for example, so we still have the trucks.
Yeah, we have a lot to unpack, but my producer telling us our time is up. But there's two things that I want to discuss that can take us only 2 minutes, so that we don't interfere with the next episode.
Okay.
One is that, are you ready for Tuesday? Because election has been, we've been asked that on Tuesday.
The Malindi court had decided that the election should be next week Tuesday.
Yes. Are you ready for Tuesday?
By the way, for me, I like that decision.
Yes.
I like that decision in this way.
Yeah.
The judiciary is doing the part. And the judge has decided to go in accordance to the law. But left out logic. So it's according to the law, but now logic is not there. Because you see, if elections are supposed to be next week Tuesday,
yes,
we don't even have candidates who have been cleared by the IEBC.
Yes.
I know IEBC will go to court and appeal this decision.
Yes.
But it's just check and balances. The judiciary decided now we have to check on these people.
Yes.
Let's do what the law says. So it's on the second Tuesday of the fifth year.
Yes.
The constitution says second week of the fifth year, not after the fifth year.
After the fifth year.
It says of the fifth year.
Yes.
So the discussion here is it of or after the fifth year?
It is of
the fifth year.
Yes.
So now, do we decide, is it 5 years or, because you said the second week after of the fifth year is supposed to be next week.
Yes.
If we debate it like that, right?
In fact, this is what it says, and I'm reading it from your paper.
Yeah.
That this is the declaration is hereby made that the fifth year after the previous presidential election held on 9th August 2022 commenced on August 9th, 2026.
Yes.
So 9th of this August of 2026 should be the fifth year after the previous election.
Yes.
And he has quoted Constitution Article 136(2). The petitioner sought a declaration that Article 136(2) of the Constitution states that the next presidential election should be held in August of 2026. So, are we ready for Tuesday?
Okay. You see, what has happened right now? That is what the Constitution says.
Yes.
And I'm glad that the judiciary is trying to put, the checks and balances.
Yeah.
What is supposed to be. So I think the Election Act should read now. Our cycle should be 4 years. Because you see, this is the second Tuesday of the fifth year.
The fifth year.
So it means that we only have to do election after every 4 years. Because on the fifth year,
we have
after,
to do an election.
But what we are doing currently is we are doing after the fifth
year.
So we are doing election after the second Tuesday after the fifth year, after the past election. So that's the debate. So we need to go back now. Lawyers, everyone who is involved.
I'm waiting to see
people. Actually, I like the argument right now because it's putting us on our toes so that we decide: is it after or off the 50?
But does it mean that majority of Kenyans does not read the Constitution?
We don't read the Constitution. Majority don't. We don't even understand the Constitution.
They don't.
Yeah, majority don't know.
And the people.
But I like one thing about us. for the last 10 years, we've been forced as a country to learn law.
Yeah,
We've been forced.
absolutely.
People didn't even know. I like the Maraga decision. Was it to cancel the election that time?
Yeah,
To
2017.
nullify the election.
Yeah, yes.
Because we had those were uncharted waters. I'm saying uncharted waters. We as a country had never been
in that situation.
situation. But now we are forced. Right now, if elections are nullified today, as a country, we won't panic. By that time, there was panic. That time there was no what will happen next. But right now, as a country, we've grown.
There were threats.
Yeah, we've grown as a country.
Yeah.
If someone nullifies your election, people can still be cool and go back to
the election.
Yeah. Right now, that decision has been made. We grow democratically. We are growing. Except we are growing muscles, political muscles, and even legal minds are growing. Because right now, as a country, people are being Kenya currently in the country, people are discussing that thing. Is it off or after?
After.
And I like the discussion. It should be like that. And I think we are growing.
Yeah.
That's why in some countries people don't even discuss their constitution. The countries we don't even know if they have constitution or not.
Yeah.
It's only in Kenya people are quoting constitution.
Yeah, like our neighbors.
They don't want to mention names.
They've only forgotten.
Actually, just our neighbors in Tanzania.
Yeah.
They now want to change their constitution.
No, they will stop you from going there. Don't mention them.
Okay. But they want to change their constitution.
Wanakwanga na feelings, eh?
Yes. But you see now the debate is we need to change our constitution for the country.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the debate.
Yeah.
They want to change the constitution. Because you see, we can't work with a document that is older than most of us.
Yeah.
For example, if Kenya was to work with the constitution that was in place, it would be older than most of us.
Absolutely. And then
we need to amend it. We need to change it to fit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I would wish, my honest opinion,
yes,
that any amendment of our constitution pursuant to Article 256, 257 should be done after the regime of the current regime. Because if we are not careful, yes,
any changes to the constitution, let it be a referendum.
Yeah, and that is what those articles are saying.
Yes,
that let it be. I've said I've categorically that any amendment ambayo itaguza 256, 257, let it be done after this regime. I think you are reading my mind.
I'm not coming. Bro, it's okay.
On a lighter note.
But it's the reality.
Yes.
If we are people who observe the law, who follow the law, who abide by the law, then as a country, we will have grown so much.
Yes.
If our resources were spent in accordance with the law, how they're supposed to be. For example, if county governments, this amount should go maybe to development, the percentage. And if at all, for example, for example, when you ask just a Mombasa resident, some people are surprised that Mombasa gets more than 15B, for example.
Yeah.
But do you know how much 15 billion can do?
A lot.
That's why people are surprised. Counties are building infrastructure.
Yes.
Big infrastructure.
You know, Mombasa is the only county where the CBD looks like the informal sector. Yeah.
So someone told me jokingly that Mombasa is a rural county in an urban setting.
That is true. A discussion for another day, because we're winding up and the time is up.
Yes.
Charles Mghenyi is saying that let us first change the mindset. The mindset of Mheshimiwa Nipatie, Mheshimiwa Nipe is not going to give us good leaders. It's going to make the good people out of politics and then give opportunity to the bad people to be in politics. And when this is done, we are going to have a crop of bad leaders, and we are going to lag behind. When other nations are moving on, like now. Let's speak of the Ibrahim Traore, who is now doing best. We are going to lag behind. Though in our land, we are the best. We have the best economy. We have the best constitution. Kenyans are always top. In fact, there's a preacher in Tanzania who says, born in Kenya is just a Form 4 certificate. Once you are born here, you are just a Form 4 graduate. So, Charles, I want to give this opportunity to tell people that why should they believe in Mghenyi in 2027?
Yeah, thank you so much. One thing is that we are ready. We are ready to change the political landscape of Mombasa.
Yes.
And we usually tell the young people to register as voters.
Yeah.
But why are they registering as voters? To vote for people? No.
Yeah.
We are registering as voters to vote for people who, understand our issues. People who are ready to change everything. People who are, Chapter 6 of the Constitution, integrity, for example.
Yeah.
People who have people who are straight, people who are clean. The issue that, our politicians are wash. Our politicians are thieves, are looters.
Yes.
Shouldn't be the case.
Yes.
So we should vote for people with integrity, people who understand our issues on ground, people who are not coming into politics, because of their own interests, but for the interest of the Mwananchi.
Yeah.
I'm coming in for the interest of that Mombasa resident who was born here, who was bred. I'm born, raised in Mombasa.
Yeah.
I separate so many people that they don't even understand. Just you never, even education, you never been out of Mombasa. I say, yeah. Because people think I'm from Nairobi. I'm not from Nairobi. I'm from Mombasa.
Yeah.
So born, raised here in Mombasa, it's very much possible as a young people to come forth and be counted. No, I'm showing people the way that it can be done.
Yeah.
It will be done.
Yeah.
And we are ready to transform the political landscape of Mombasa. People should not sit somewhere in a boardroom or in a house to decide who should be our next leader. And that's the mindset that you're trying to change. That we have the numbers. We have, resources. Our resources are our people. So we have the resources. So we're going to use our resources and our numbers to change, to create wave in this Mombasa.
Yeah.
We can't be having, out of 600,000 last election, we had 641,000 registered voters. And the governor got less than, 120,000 votes.
Yes.
Yo, last election, less than 400,000, more than 400,000 people
votes,
did not vote in Mombasa, which is so bad.
Yeah.
So the 400,000 people who didn't vote in Mombasa are young people. Right now, the number has increased to 700,000.
Yeah.
So we have 100,000 new voters in Mombasa who should come forth and make decision in Mombasa. We're going to tilt that, that weighing scale. We have the number, so we're going to tilt it, and young people's voice is going to be heard in Mombasa.
Yeah.
We are ready for the change. I'm calling for the young people. Come out. Let's go out. Vote for our own people. Vote for people who walk like us, talk like us, do things like us, who understand our issues. Yeah. And Mombasa is going to change. We shouldn't recycle our leaders. People who are there for status quo. People who don't change anything. We are ready to change Mombasa, and let's come forth. Let's be counted. Yeah. Let's have our voice. Yeah. Other areas are electing people, wala wamejituma. So tumejituma. So sisi tumejituma, tuko tayari. Na ule kijana Mombasa, tujitokeze. We are ready for this.
Asante. I thought you would finish up and say Charles ni mmoja, but there's no
I'm not doing this for Charles. Yes. I'm doing this for the young people.
Yes.
It won't be Charles.
Yes.
It will be someone else who is like Charles.
Okay.
So I'm not coming forth ati kura lazima iwe Charles. Si lazima iwe Charles. Mimi nimekuja pale kuonyesha njia. Mimi ni Yohana Mbatizaji. Nimekuja kutengeneza njia.
So there's a Christ coming.
Yeah, there's a Christ coming. It might not be I might be the Christ, but it might not be me, but I believe I'm John the Baptist. So I'm here to make way for the young people. Yeah. Pave way for the young people.
Yes.
It might not be Charles, but someone like Charles is coming forth.
Okay. Thank you so much, Charles Mghenyi, journalist, as I do. I must be proud that in our area we can also produce people like you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. When we first met, you are a polite guy, calm and collected. That is why I started by saying you are so good to be a politician. But if you made that decision, I think it's the time for youth to come out in large numbers and make the decision. This is what I normally say. Please, you go and vote the right person. IEBC kitangaza mtu mbaya, that is none of your business.
Yes.
But one day, one time, at heart, you'll say, I never voted for the wrong regime. I never voted for the wrong person. I voted for the right person. It is good for you to vote for the right person, for you to have confidence in yourself and leave the rest to the institutions that are given those mandates. My name is David Otieno, and this is Chanja, and we are going to see one another next time.